Hey guys, so it's here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to watching Challenger players, spectating Challenger players. We return watching and focusing on this LeBlanc. This is actually the rank 2 EU West player right now. And I will say, if I'm at all lisping or things a little bit weird at the moment, I just got back from the dentist a few hours ago and my lips are still a little bit swollen. I just have unfortunately running out of time to record for today. So yeah, you get slightly lispy huzzy. But I'm all good. So I will say that you'll recognize some people in this game, most likely. So on the enemy team, there's G2 Perkz. This guy is on, obviously, SO4, which is that Shulker, I think. You got Fnatic Nemesis in top lane. So there's a few. And obviously, like, in the team as well, there's a duo bot lane. The Kaiser and the Nautilus are in some team called Go. Again, it could be just like a challenger amateur team, or it's a team that I haven't heard of. But yeah, we're focusing on LeBlanc. Why? Again, people know I'm going for more of an aggressive playstyle this upcoming season. And LeBlanc is definitely on that radar. Incredibly strong solo queue champion. Snowball potential up the wazoo. And, you know, my performances on her that we played a couple in preseason have been pretty good. I think my win rate is quite good on her and stuff. So definitely going to be looking to play this a lot in the upcoming season. Again, positional ranks aren't coming for EU West, at least in Split 1. So I can play, you know, all different roles. But I am mainly going to be focusing on mid lane, I've decided, with probably top lane as a secondary, then jungle as a third. But again, positional ranks aren't in EU West for the first split, so I can play anything I want, at least for the first 3 months, roughly. And then obviously, depending how Korea and North America like or dislike it, it will then either not happen anyway, or it will go every region. So the matchup is a Syndra versus LeBlanc. LeBlanc hits level 2 and instantly just goes for a bunch of burst damage. You know, over half health done to the Syndra. And what you'll notice there is, look how many auto attacks are happening. So the reason why also Syndra got a good return in trade there, by the way, is because LeBlanc was just having minion aggro of so many minions, ranged minions. You never underestimate that. But it is most likely in LeBlanc's favor if both of them are low health, because LeBlanc has a little bit more early burst. So Camille running through lane. Again, I never like when junglers do that, because one, you can steal some XP. You just saw there Camille leveled up. That means she stole some XP from mid lane. But also you're giving away your position. So yeah, I never like that. And again, this is a challenger game. Highest ranked challenger players here on EU West. So, you know, they do it. Obviously, they're doing it for a reason. I just don't like that reason, if I'm honest. So, Syndra pinging that they know they've got vision. You can see Aatrox in the minimap now approaching to the Camille. Surprised that LeBlanc didn't move already really quick. Camille's actually looking for an engage on the Aatrox. Early strength probably goes to a Camille slightly, especially that she's going to press the attack as well. And also you'll notice in top lane, by the way, engage happening, a little bit of damage. It does a little bit more damage, lands that chain, surprisingly. But you notice on the top left of the screen, that way, the Akali hasn't got flash. She's gone teleport ignite. First blood comes out, they get the Aatrox. Again, not really showing this stuff because we're highlighting different people. Double buffs. Really sloppy play by that Jace, man. So they get a really good first blood, and then he's basing there? Like, holy moly. If I was the Camille, I'd be well annoyed. Camille is looking for this kill. She might get it. Syndra's over. Again, LeBlanc has gone back. Double ignite coming. And dead. So both the Camille and now Jace returning. He's going to dive. He's probably going to die, but he might get this kill. Is he dead? He's alive. Wow, okay. That's close. Bot lane as well. Perkz getting himself a kill in the bot lane and then LeBlanc returning. So in all that, a lot of death. Again, for a challenger game, this seems a little bit fiesta-y, which is kind of funny. Cannon minion, are you going to get that? Are you going to do a Huzzy cannon? You know, farm-wise, LeBlanc should be still... LeBlanc's actually behind in gold because the kill and assist that Syndra got. Obviously, roaming is a big deal. Okay, Aatrox again in the enemy territory, by the way. You can see on the minimap, Camille is currently fighting the Aatrox. I don't know why. Again, she doesn't win the early game, and Aatrox doesn't. He knew he didn't, and then yet he's invading again. A little bit confusing. But yeah, just relatively chill play. So, do I blame the LeBlanc for not roaming over to that whole team fight up in the enemy jungle? Honestly, no, because it's so deep. You're really deep at only 4 minutes in, roughly, that would have been. Some mid laners, and again, this is a obviously incredibly high rating challenger player, some mid laners don't like to have those early plays. So you can see here, the LeBlanc was just so patient in that whole play that they were just waiting until it was 100% a chain hit. Why? Because she knew the Syndra didn't have flash. Why risk missing the chain if you can just like slow them, wait for the Camille to get there, and you 100% hit it, it's 100% a kill. If she didn't hit that chain, you know, she might have got away. So yeah, just don't risk it. And that's another thing that I see people doing all the time. Patience. And I know League is quite a fast-paced game, but it's completely fine just to hold that CC a little bit until you know it's going to land. So hit level 6, instantly roaming now. Perkz gets himself another kill. So obviously a pro player in the bot lane is becoming quite fed. But there's a potential roam on, so the enemy team is overstaying. This could potentially be an easy free kill. Hits the double, going for the chain, lands the chain, W's all the way back, and boom. Nice little double kill there. I presume the LeBlanc probably wanted both of them, but it's good to give your Kai'Sa when, you know, they are losing the lane at the moment, so that's not bad at all. Camille right now just trying to stop the Syndra from taking any of the towers, which is good, but you've got to be careful of the one-shot potential because it's probably quite close to level 6. If LeBlanc has been level 6 for quite a while now, next couple minions probably, maybe this minion. You know, again, always be thinking about the extra level 6. Always be thinking about leveling up. Again, it's another thing that, you know, a lot of people don't think about in League is when people level up. Especially, like, back in the day, there used to be the level 2 power spike all in. It's less of a thing nowadays, but it used to be a huge in League of Legends. So Akali's dead. Jace is trying to survive. Jace gets himself a double kill, basically, in a 2v1. Again, not really sure why there's an Akali without flash against, let's be honest, a ranged champion. Like, yes, you might be thinking, the only way I'm beating this Jace is if I all-in him, and I need Ignite if I'm going to all-in him. True, but you're not a threat, basically, unless you can all-in, and she's not even level 6 yet, so, yeah. The Jace has pretty much got a free lane. So LeBlanc ahead on farm. Doubles, misses the chain. Again, potential kills if those hit. Wow, really nice W coming in to get her back in position that I don't think that Camille expected. Camille going for a lot of burst, does manage to get the kill. LeBlanc had no more damage to give. Camille's quite squishy, but they do get her. But Syndra did get a shutdown there. And there's the all-in. So you can see up in the top left, she's now level 6 at that time, now level 7. Went for the all-in, got the kill without even using an Ignite. So is Ignite even needed? You know, you're just kind of like hurting yourself when it comes to mobility. Alright, so coming in with the ultimates. Hits the chain on Perkz. They get one kill. That is probably going to be... Oh, weird flash coming from LeBlanc, but she's dead. So she flashed. It looked like she flashed on the spot. Like, she just flashed and then it like got caught in the wall, maybe. But again, a little bit of roaming, denying the bot lane. You can see that this bot lane now is definitely catching up. Probably very much needed. Vision, you can see Syndra. So these two should be backing off like any second now because they have full vision of Syndra. They might have... Okay, she's turned around because they noticed. Yeah, so far this game is pretty chill. Like, neither team, I'd say, has got a clear advantage. You know, the Aatrox on the enemy team, Larson 1, he's struggling big time. And again, I don't rate Aatrox in the jungle that much. I think it's really slow. Relatively easy to survive his ganks, to be honest. So yeah, like, he's pretty behind. Camille's tried to bully him a little bit in the early game, but, you know, dying twice in the process, but that's just the way that it goes. Notice that LeBlanc has obviously got the minion dematerializer that she's only using on cannon minions. So that's something that you can, you know, point out. Why is that? Basically, again, if you miss a cannon minion, that's a lot of gold that you just missed out for a basic mistake. It sounds weird, but sometimes you just using that dematerializer is just guaranteeing yourself the cannon every time. Because, you know, that's like 80 gold sometimes. You're like, I just missed that. Oh, God. So I do not blame people. Again, I probably should do it if I want to get better at farming. And also, you know, the obvious, the more you use minion dematerializer on these minions, the more damage you do to them. So it's easier to get cannon minions when you use all the stacks on a cannon because you're dealing more damage to those specific minions. Gank coming in top lane. LeBlanc is once again going bot lane. So a pattern is emerging that the enemy bot lane should definitely be realizing. But in the 2v2, they're actually turning this basically by themselves. Going for the kill, she gets charmed, then gets rooted, but does manage to survive. Camille's looking for potentially a play. And LeBlanc's just going to back out. So again, very quick reaction times from everybody in this game, to be honest. But again, leaving that Syndra in a lane that, you know, arguably LeBlanc should be trying to bully and get 1v1 kills. She just got 160 gold for free. So, is that worth the roam? Maybe, but again, you know, this is part of a LeBlanc character, is going for those roams. Okay, another gank potentially coming in. Camille's going for that, does the flash play, dodges the wave of Syndra. There's another free kill. Again, these two of a combination is so ridiculously strong for ganking. Basically, no mid laner is surviving a gank from these two. If LeBlanc lands chains or Camille ults, that person is most likely dead. Now, what you'll see here is min-maxing. So they are trying to min-max, and they did it really poorly, unfortunately. They mistimed it. So what they were trying to do was time their base with trying to get all the minions dead under the tower with also getting the plate. She mistimed it a little bit, so I had to cancel her base. But again, that is min-maxing to the fullest. Maximizing everything possible, even denying the creeps to the tower while you're around. So, yeah. A couple deaths just happened, by the way. Nautilus, I think, died, and then Camille obviously is dead. Team comp-wise, a little bit squishy. Really from both teams. Nautilus obviously can get a bit beefy, but support, you know, you're not always going to get a lot of items. It's going to take you a while to get kind of beefy. So again, both teams have got good one-shot potential. Syndra, Akali, and then, you know, Jace and LeBlanc have great one-shot potential. So this game could turn into an absolute crazy mess in team fights. Does get the cannon. Woof, close. But there we go. Farm-wise, mainly all advantages actually for the red team. LeBlanc winning is, you know, a little bit of a rare thing. LeBlanc is not known for her farming pedigree. Nautilus gets caught out, solo kill by Syndra. She also uses Ignite. Jason, a 2v1, manages to pick himself up a 2v1 kill, which isn't bad. And LeBlanc will try to get another plate here, I imagine. So gold-wise of mid lane, we'll wait until she gets the plate, is 1,000 gold advantage for the LeBlanc. That's mainly the farm, and obviously that's a bonus plate, and they're even kills, and LeBlanc has 3 more assists. So yeah, not surprising. Syndra, you know, she has roamed a fair amount as well, but LeBlancs have just been more successful without, you know, like, limiting her own deaths. But again, a lot of the Syndra's deaths have been in her own lane. A lot of people may say, what do you do about that? Again, there's not a lot you can do as a Camille LeBlanc. That combo is just deadly. It's basically just playing safe. So again, just to make the point clear, why I do these commentaries is, one, just to do a nice commentary, see what Challenger games are like, can I spot any differences? And, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm trying to pick up on things myself. This is helping me moving forward in ranked for Season 9. And I've noticed a couple of things that I can use for my LeBlanc play. It's mainly being very reserved until the point you're going all in. You'll notice this LeBlanc has not played aggressive, basically at all, until the point that she's like, all right, I'm going in, let's do it, buddy. A really nice kill by Camille there, by the way. Probably going to be a dead Rakan, because LeBlanc and the Q lands, that kind of signs that guy's death warrant right there. Again, another nice roam. So like I mentioned, she's playing relatively passive until she's going all in, and she's being really choosy about her roams. Basically, every single roam that LeBlanc has done, more or less, has given something. And it may not be in a kill, it may be pressure. She's returning a bad E. If she hit the E, Syndra was dead. But yeah, basically being really choosy about when you're roaming is very important for roaming potential champions. And I'd say in the grand scheme of who's roamed better, LeBlanc has. Also, good snipe by the Kai'Sa, I think, getting the Aatrox. LeBlanc's probably going to look for this kill. I think it's a mistake if Syndra stays here, by the way. Low mana. She's just gone That might be a dead Syndra. And Rakan kept her alive with his shield. A bit messy, a bit sloppy play by LeBlanc. If she hit, you know, both, like an extra spell, she was dead 100%. But again, picking her moments. Did use Ignite for that, so you could say that was a waste. But again, Rakan was mid lane who saved it. Will LeBlanc predict that? Probably no. So you can't really blame her. All that we could say that could be improved there is if she just landed every ability, then they were 100% dead. But yeah, so far, it's just like the way that I've always said about Challenger and this type of rating, the word you've got to look for is just clean. Everything is clean. there's very little mistakes. And the weird thing is when you're watching these type of players, when you see a mistake, it's so obvious a mistake because they don't happen very often. Like, it just doesn't happen. So you're like, damn, that was a big mistake. It's like, yeah, it stands out more. Or if I did, you know, spectating Iron or Bronze, there would probably be too many mistakes for me to even commentate. You know, by the time I'm explaining one mistake, the next two mistakes have probably already happened. And that's kind of one of the biggest differences that people say, what's the difference between high and low rating? Mistakes. How many mistakes are getting made? But then also, when it comes to mistakes in this rating, LeBlanc going for a full engage, doesn't land the chain, it doesn't look like, does back out, gets a lot of damage taken. Actually, she's W'd back here, by the way, looking for a pick, does get it on the Xayah. Not the Xayah, the Rakan. Is going to be potentially looking for a little bit more. You know, why not? You're a bit of an assassin. Does go for an all-in. Oh, really nice play by LeBlanc, hitting the W and then hitting the chain to get the extra kill there. Magnifique. And like I mentioned, that's just clean. Easily worth it for that LeBlanc, getting a double kill. Yes, they got a bit of a shutdown on her, but that opens up the mid lane. That gives her team more pressure. Really good play. And again, that's what you love to see in this type of rating. The challenger, this person's rank 2 on EU West, that's what you get. Is just clean play. And like, yeah, some people say, oh no, you can see that on other ratings. Yes, you can, 100%. And this is another point, is a Diamond LeBlanc could pull that off. I 100% agree. But we're watching one game of this player right now. The difference between, say, like even Diamond, that's a good rating that I'm in, and Challenger is this LeBlanc would do these type of plays in more or less every game she plays. It will be consistent that she's just playing that well. Even against other Challenger people, even if you're having a bad game, there'll be glimmers of really good stuff in every single game. That's different to Diamond. Diamond players can have absolutely abysmal games where they do nothing good the whole game. That's another difference. It's consistency. So again, if you're somebody that's looking to climb in solo queue, another big advice is obviously look at your mistakes, limit your mistakes and all that, but also be as consistent as you possibly can. If that means that you're not getting as many kills and just kind of playing kind of smart and safe, that's fine. You know, that will help you climb in the end of the day. Roam potentially coming. They get engaged on by the... Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage. They get engaged on. LeBlanc just pops the enemy Xayah, which is G2 Perkz. He didn't even use his summoners because he didn't expect the damage. But yeah, they had vision in there. Red team, the Camille and LeBlanc did not expect it, and Rakan goes for a full engage. Again, Rakan engages are also deadly for a support man. There's not a lot you can do about them. Enemy team now doing a little bit of deeps. Jace obviously nowhere near. They do get outnumbered. Kai'Sa, good idea to fall back. You can't do anything there. So a little bit mistakes coming out. And again, they're so obvious mistakes because they just don't happen that much. Build-wise, just standard build. So there's nothing out the ordinary with the LeBlanc build. It's completely standard. The Syndra is following the exact same build because that's what burst mid laners do. Ludens into Morello. Again, not really sure what's going on here. Potentially she could get the kill if Kai'Sa's got ult. Wow. Outplayed completely. Did she... Okay, Kai'Sa, by the way, still had ultimate there. So, yeah, that Syndra was just dead. She was probably saving the Kai'Sa ultimate just in case Syndra flashed away, and she didn't. So, yeah, really clean. It's the best word to describe high rating. Well, high rating. Diamond's high rating. It's the best word to describe Master, Challenger, and all that kind of bracket. It's just clean. Even when people are having a bad game, this Syndra's had a bad game. She's played really well. Like, that's the point. So, yeah. Alright, so pushing top lane, a bit of split push. Why, you may be asking, why is LeBlanc split pushing? I think it's because she can 1v1 any of the enemy team. So here we go. 1v1 potential, hits the chain, that's a dead Akali. Maybe if she pressed W at the right time. I think that she probably could have got that kill. So, again, mistake to me was really obvious. She hit the chain, and obviously Akali E'd away to break the chain. If LeBlanc followed with a W to make the chain actually land, I think that would have been a dead Akali. But because she let the chain break, and then that gave Akali the E back onto her, LeBlanc died. So again, you can spot these mistakes, and they're good to know. And again, every little one of these, and what I'm hoping you guys also are noticing, is it can help you get better. Engage coming in the mid lane. Aatrox popping over the wall. Jace going for the full combo. Burst the person that doesn't have an immunity. Aatrox doing a lot of damage to the Kai'Sa as well. Interesting to see. Okay, Aatrox. Jace does burn. Oh, he's going on a different target. Q lands, so they are going to get it. Sometimes when it's an Aatrox or someone with survivability, it always interests me. Are they just going to let him like stay in his ultimate and just kill him until the ultimate's done? Or are you just going to kill him and then he's like regenning? I don't know. I don't know what's better. Like, again, it's situational. Like, in that instance, I don't think Aatrox had any escape. So you could have just like waited until his ult ran out, basically. Stay away from him in ranged form and just kill him then. Obviously, it's safer if you kill him, because then he can't damage you back. And then he regens and then you kill him again. Anything worth noting when it comes to builds? So LeBlanc has got now a Phoenix Codex. I would predict that's for Zhonya's if I had to guess. The only other item that I foresee this LeBlanc building is probably like an MR item just to survive the Akali or Syndra. Like, she just died to Akali. Admittedly, I think she died not because of strength. I think she died because she made a mistake and not actually making the chain latch. But I don't know, a Banshee's maybe. But I would probably more foresee a Zhonya's, because you can just dodge all the burst with the Zhonya's, right? Alright, Camille going for an engage on the Xayah that's now showing on the left as she does back off in time. Engage coming in. Oh, really clean LeBlanc play. Survives it really easily. W's away from the Rakan. And now going to re-engage. Boom. W's all the damage. Kills the Aatrox. A little bit helps to kill the Aatrox. Rakan, I don't think will get away from this. Does Q him, does get the kill. Xayah now potentially in trouble if they were to engage on her, but Akali is nearby. Kai'Sa does get killed, I think, by the Akali, but I didn't fully pay attention. LeBlanc probably waiting for her ultimate, which she is. So it does interest me that she uses her W, by the way, a lot just to travel. She doesn't necessarily always use it. There you go. She doesn't always use the first W to do damage. Sometimes she's just using it to travel, but then... So she'll do the initial burst without the first W, and then 10 seconds later she'll come in with then the second W. Both of the Ws. Again, that's something that I'm learning with the combo. Poke without risking yourself. So you W close to the target, then ultimate W, then do extra damage, and then use the original W to get back to safety. When she wants to go for a kill, she'll walk near the enemy, W on the enemy, and then R on the enemy with the W. Again, if you're a LeBlanc player, you'll get that, and it makes sense. It's basically limiting the risk. Oh, she did go Banshee. Limiting the risk that you're under with maximizing the damage. Well, not maximizing the damage output, but maximizing your safety with doing damage. So she did go Banshees. Again, I thought that was a good idea, but I thought it would be Zhonya's. Because Zhonya's even helps towards Xayah and Aatrox, so... I guess she just doesn't take them as a risk at the moment. She is doing very well for herself, 11-4. Is going bot lane with a bit of split pushing. She has like split pushing as well, you'll notice. And she's maintaining pretty high farm for a LeBlanc. Again, LeBlanc is not known for a high farming, but this one is maintaining one of the highest farming scores in the game. It gets the latch on, but uses both of the W's to try and do it. But does do a decent amount of damage to the Akali, enough to make her a little bit scared. Again, the Akali without flash... It's still a bit weird to me. Again, she's a challenger player, so she must know what she's doing. But I would definitely be scared less of a non-flash Akali, because that's so much less utility to be scared of. And also, if the Akali makes a mistake, it's really going to show. Big mistake by LeBlanc coming up. But again, that's just the quick reaction time of challenger players getting on that mistake. Enemy team probably need to back out here. Like, red team need to back out here. They do burst the Aatrox if they can just back away slowly. Again, bad by LeBlanc. They got Baron, and now she's now halting the push because she made that, mistake of dying. A lot of Jace damage coming out. But yeah, now they just got to wait until LeBlanc is back. She does have both summoners, and it's respecting the Rakan more than anything else. This guy's just going to engage as quick as he can. Wow, that damage. Engage as quick as he can. Oh, Kai'Sa's going in, dodges the Rakan damage. Oh, Nautilus misses. But there you go, there's even more damage without the LeBlanc even. Camille going for a play, does get the kill on the Syndra. LeBlanc's back up now, but her team, don't really care. And again, so LeBlanc makes a mistake, but then the enemy makes a mistake again. The main mistake of this game has been not respecting the engage, what I could say. Is both teams have been a little bit lazy in thinking, oh, I'm not going to get engaged on. Boom, they get engaged on and they die. It's like, oh, whoops, I died. So I'd say that's kind of been the main issue. So the red team right now are looking to end, by the way. Akali does get killed. Aatrox probably going to die as well, being very squishy. Ace, and that does look like GG without the LeBlanc. So again, pretty cool game. You know, a lot of mistakes actually for a challenger game, I will say. A little bit surprising. Zonya's by the Camille. She's hoping the game will end before she dies just. And there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. We learned a little bit about LeBlanc. We learned, you know, when to use her W and what timings and stuff. Roaming. She was really careful when to roam, and most of her roams paid off. Like 90% of the LeBlanc's roams paid off. And obviously the combo between LeBlanc and Camille, there's like nothing a Syndra could have done. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on it. Again, let me know in the comments what other champions you want to see in these challenges to spectate. Just make them relevant to me of what I want to play, because obviously I'm learning as well as we commentate. But you know, the season's just around the corner, and you know, hopefully the season will be good. I will say in the description of the video, I may have mentioned it a couple of times, but check out the current discussion we have on QT. That is basically, give me your Season 9 goals in that discussion, and if you join in the discussion, you'll be entered to win Blood Moon Severe Partner Bundle and some Riot Points. So it'll be in the description, go do that. In the comments of the video, though, leave what champions you want to do and anything you want to say about this game in particular, or if you just want to say hi. But yeah, smash the like button, really does help out, take 2 seconds, and subscribe, ding the bell. I'll see you guys next time. See you.